Hi, Miss Morgan here. I am going to tell you another story. So this story is for year 3 and 4, but if any year groups would like to have a listen, then please do. So first I'm going to show you a picture, and the picture is of a landmark just off the coast of Iceland. Here it is. And it's natural, so it's made of basalt, and it's just off the coast, near a small village called Vik. And I'm going to tell you a tale of how that landmark came to be, and it's called the Stone Trolls. So once on the southern coast of Iceland, near the small village of Vik, there were a band of trolls, and these trolls were huge and they were ugly and they were feared by humans, and because of that they had to hide. So during the day they would hide in the caves under the ice-capped volcanoes, and they would then go out in the evenings under the cover of the moon to hunt and to fish. And if the stone trolls were ever seen out in daylight, they would be turned to stone, and they were all aware of that. So one stormy night, two mischievous trolls named Skez and Landra were sat on the craggy cliff top, and they were looking out to sea, and they could hear in the distance all of the other trolls eating their hoards of fish and things that they'd hunted that evening. And as they looked out to sea, Skeg jumped down and he pointed to the horizon and he said, "Landra, there's a three-masted ship. It looks as if it's in trouble." Now, Landra was a bit wary. He knew that Skez would want to go and help, and he knew that he'd have to follow him. So both of them jumped down from the craggy cliff top straight into the sea and began wading out to help the ship. Now, Landra knew that soon the moonlight would disappear and give way to the sun, but he thought if they pulled hard enough and fast enough, they'd be able to get back in time. So both of them grabbed onto the front of the ship and they pulled and they heaved and they kept going for the rest of the night. But it was a hefty ship and the sea was rough, and they kept on pulling, and finally, after a lot of time had slipped and disappeared and the daylight was very close, they finally reached the beach and the sailors clambered onto the shore. And it was at that moment, when the final sailor had left the ship and was safely on the shore, that Skez and Landra noticed the moon had gone and the sun had appeared. And they both covered their eyes and they looked towards each other. And as they did, their mouths widened and their legs stiffened and their arms became rock solid. And both troll and ship's remains became stone forever. And those remains, as I showed you at the beginning, can still be seen off the coast of Iceland. And that's the story of the stone trolls. Activities can be found underneath the video if you'd like to have a go at them. There'll be some specifically for year 3 and year 4. And if you send them into your year group email, I'd love to see them. That would be great. So anyway, I hope you're all okay. I hope you're staying safe. I miss you lots and I cannot wait to see you all. Take care, and hopefully I will see you all very soon.